It's okay to admit you've always kind of wondered what would happen. I know I have. I won't judge you. What if an entire team became the victims of an unexpected tragedy? It has happened before. As chronicled in the 2006 film We Are Marshall, on November 14, 1970, nearly the entire Marshall University football team was killed as their team plane hit a tree line and exploded upon impact as the flight was making its final approach to the Tri-State Airport in West Virginia. The plane was flying the team back to campus after a game at East Carolina University, and 37 players, along with 9 coaching staff members, perished in the accident. Planes are much safer these days, but nothing is ever 100% certain in life. Except for death and taxes, of course. So what if something like this happened in Major League Baseball? Believe it or not, Major League Baseball has a plan for that. Major League Baseball's disaster plan is covered in Rule 29 of the official Professional Baseball Rules Book. The plan is triggered by an event causing the death, dismemberment, or permanent disability of at least 5 players from a team's active, injured, or suspended roster during a season, including the playoffs, or at least 6 players during the offseason. It's up to Major League Baseball's commissioner to ultimately decide if the affected club can continue to play, in consultation with the Major League Baseball Players Association and the club itself. With Rob Manfred, I just don't know. I mean, on one hand, the entire team is dead, but on the other hand, it would make their games a lot faster. If the commissioner decides that the club will continue to play, the commissioner may hold what's called a restocking draft, casually known as the disaster draft, to allow the affected club to select as many players as it lost, with the restriction that no more than 1 player can be selected from each team. According to the rules, each of the non-affected teams makes 5 players available for the draft taken from its active list, or during the offseason from its reserve list. The players made available by each team must meet certain criteria as well. The list must be composed of 1 pitcher, 1 catcher, 1 outfielder, and 1 infielder, along with 1 more player of any position, subject to adjustments by the commissioner based on the players lost by the disabled club. So if a team loses their entire pitching staff, obviously you make more pitchers available. If a team has fewer than 3 eligible catchers, it does not have to provide a catcher in the draft. Any player with no trade rights with regards to the affected team may not be made available unless the player waives those rights. If the commissioner decides that the affected team cannot continue play, the commissioner does hold the power to cancel the rest of their season. So now you know what happens. Major League Baseball has a plan in case a plane crashes. Obviously, it's a horrible thought, and we all hope this never happens, but it's good to know that Major League Baseball does have a backup plan.